I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the One. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening. I'm opening.
Morning. Let us open in prayer. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for this day, for the cool, crisp air, for the light rain, for being alive and aware of our truths. The truth that we can love each other and be together even though we are physically separated. We have this wonderful spiritual home and these wonderful spiritual beings connecting with us right now, heart to heart. And in all we give thanks. And so it is. Amen.
Please sing along with us at home, our opening song, I Am Free, I Am Unlimited.
I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. unlimited right now, right now.
That is so true. We are free and unlimited. We are free from our chains. Whatever our thoughts are, that's what we create. Well, welcome everyone. I'm going to invite you right now to take a moment and share with all your family and friends this service so that they can join us this morning. And I'm glad that each of you have opted in to be with us on this chilly, wet day. We really are grateful for each and every one of you. And we have with us a great opportunity here right now to shift our consciousness with our wonderful special guest musician. We have Dana Bryant Wilson, yay, her beautiful voice. And we have Gloria Berry leading us in our songs this morning, yay, along with Phil Crowther, our music director, yay. And we have John Spencer on the piano, yay. And Krista is manning the technology, thank goodness, yay. It really does take all of us to create a Sunday service, and probably more. I mean, there are more. There are people that do the PowerPoint, there's order of service, there's all kinds of opportunities here, even to volunteer. So just know that if you are interested in continuing some volunteer service, you want to do something a little different, you can, and you can do it from home. Just send me an email at valeriem@unityoflouisville.org, and we'll see what we can get going. Something new and exciting in this time. If you're here for the first time, I want to say thank you. Thank you for joining us. And know that whatever is said here today, if it resonates within you, then take it with you. And let it be a part of you. And if it doesn't resonate for whatever reason, just let it go. And know that it's not yours right now. That's the thing about at Unity. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. That means everybody's welcome. We all don't have to think exactly alike. We all don't have to be exactly alike, because we're not. We're all unique. And we all are on a spiritual path of growth and transformation. So join us where you are. And we'll continue to seek together. If you're one of our regular members or guests, no, you wouldn't be a guest. Let's see. Regular attendees, we love you, we bless you, we definitely miss you. I have some pictures here. I see you. I see Robert and Catherine and James and Pat and Doreen. So send me your pictures so that I can see your lovely face. All right. Now I want you to take a moment to greet your neighbor. Give them everybody the virtual hug. Say hi. We love you. We bless you. We behold the Christ as you. And now as we begin to move into that time of meditation, we'll have our affirmation. It'll be followed with the Lord's Prayer and then a moment of silence as we join together heart to heart in blessing each other in the world as we join as one. Today's affirmation is, I am a steadfast spiritual seeker. So say that with me. I am a steadfast spiritual seeker, and that is the truth. And now for our Lord's Prayer.
O heavenly Spirit, who in love abideth, we worship thee, we praise thy holy name. Teach us thy children evermore to love thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Teach us thy children evermore to love thee. Thy will be done in earth as heaven today. Oh, give us grace to meet the coming morrow. Forgive our debts as others we forgive. Thou leavest not thy children in temptation, and from all error thou deliverest us. Thine is the kingdom, thine the power and glory, world without end, forevermore. Amen.
Today's daily word reading. The word is steadfast. And the affirmation is, I am a steadfast spiritual seeker. No matter where I may be on my path, sometimes my spiritual life feels easy and sometimes it feels hard. There are times I enjoy new insights, blissful clarity, and peace. Other times I may struggle, feeling stuck, directionless, or even lonely on my walk with Spirit. At times like these, I renew my commitment to my spiritual path. Although my attention may have wandered, the divine presence within me has always remained steadfast as I near my next thought. Wherever I am in space, time, or consciousness, I discover the love, strength, and wisdom of God expressing through me. From Psalms 139, 9 through 10. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, Even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. Today's daily word is steadfast, and the affirmation is, I am a steadfast spiritual seeker.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow wins, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
And now as we continue to move into that sacred space within each of us, I invite you to get comfortable wherever you are, in your seat, on the floor, in your bed. Just take a breath and become present to this time right now. And take another deep breath in and exhaling loudly to release that which you no longer need in your thoughts, in your physical body, within your emotions. Allowing yourself to open to the radiant light of the universe, Spirit, God. And taking another deep breath in. And just letting the body relax and be. Letting go of any thoughts, any attachments. And being present right here, right now, with the divine. Seeing that light, that radiant light of healing and love, moving in and through the physical being, from the top of your crown, flowing in and clearing and cleansing what is no longer needed, lighting it up and letting it go. See that beautiful radiance lighting your whole being, allowing it to shift and expand outward into that outer being, continuing to cleanse and clear, allowing wisdom and understanding to move in And as you begin to prepare for that deeper connection, that deeper guidance, what is it that you desire right now, today? I'm inviting you to take a moment and think about what it is that you desire, how you want your life to unfold from this moment forward, and ask for the guidance to manifest that truth for you in the silence. Listen. Listen for that deep voice, that quiet voice of truth. And now, ever so gently, begin to move your body. Take that deep cleansing breath and say thank you. Thank you for that guidance. Whether it's come now or will come later, you will get that right and perfect message. Allow it to unfold for your greater good, for your self-love, for the greater good of your family and friends, for the greater good of humanity. We send love and light to all beings everywhere. Knowing we are all seeking on this spiritual journey. We are seeking that unconditional love. And it abides in each of us. And so it is. Amen.
ready, Maestro.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. There's got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all people walk hand in hand, then that dream, oh that dream must come true. There must be peace and understanding in this time right now. Strong winds of promise that will blow away every doubt or fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where love keeps shining on everyone, then that love, oh that love, yes that love must appear. I get lost in a cloud with too much rain. I live in a world that's comfortable with pain. But as long as I have the strength to believe, I will be one with my soul, and I'll fly. I'll fly. Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Oh, but I know, yes, I know the answer's gonna come right now. Out there in the dark, there's a beckoning candle. Oh, and while I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, well, I know my dream will come true. Oh, right now, right now, right now, right now. Thank you.
Wow, that was beautiful, Dana. Thank you, and very powerful. And just so you know, everybody's loving it. All right. So today we are talking about what we've been talking about for the last 7 weeks. It's our last week. So how do we take our nonviolent communications skills into the world? How do we continue to develop them, to listen with compassion, to be that peace that we want in the world? Because we know that when we use these tools, it changes our thoughts, which transform our own lives and the interactions that we have with others. It shifts us into that next realm of consciousness with ourselves, others, and the world. we really have three choices. And those choices are looking at ourselves with empathy. Looking at others with empathy. And being honest about the expression of who we are in the moment. We are expressions of God, seeking that spiritual experience, seeking a better life for ourselves, for our families, for our friends, for the community, for the world. And so when we do these things together, we raise our own vibration, but we raise the vibration of the others around us, which has that ripple effect that we talk about a lot here, especially in challenging times. And I don't know about you guys, but the last 7 months have been challenging in a lot of ways. COVID-19 hit, social unrest became the norm. In addition to all the daily challenges that we face in our jobs, careers, school, life, whatever that looks like. Now we have limited social interaction. We're isolated, except through technology that many of us, and I'm going to speak for me, I was trying to get away from because I noticed I was spending too much time on it. And now I'm on it all the time. Every meeting that we're in, we're looking at a computer. If you want to have a conversation with someone that's far away, like your mama, like me, you know, you're on that phone. I'm on the phone every day as I come into church, talking to mama. Because it's, you know, for me, you all know I like to go to Texas to see mama once a quarter, right? I haven't been there in a year and a half. I have seen her because she came up for a wedding, but even in COVID, on Wednesday I'm flying to Texas because I need that, I require, I'm trying to take that word need out of my vocabulary because I don't really need anything. I desire to see my mama, you know, right? And so for me, that's a self-care mechanism because I'll go and I'll rest and, you know, we'll have fun. I'll do her nails and, you know, we'll talk and I'll wear my mask the whole time I'm there. That's okay. I wear it every day anyways. And I know that I'm going to be healthy and whole, and she's going to stay healthy and whole, and we'll have a good time. But that's where we're all at right now, right? So we're developing new habits. And our world has changed forever. And that's upsetting some, right? You know, now we have, I don't know, there tends to be a lot more unsettling in people, I've noticed. A lot more emotional unrest and anger coming out. So this is really important, this nonviolent communications and how we interact with ourselves and how we interact with others. And it really goes back to what Unity teaches. Our thinking creates our realities. The reality that we're trying to manifest in this lifetime. And I'm not going to get in the topic of whether it's real or not. I'll let you guys think about that one on your own. But we are working to raise our consciousness. And as each of us work to raise our consciousness, it allows us to encounter opportunities to shift higher. And that's where we're at right now in our world. We have lots of opportunities to shift into a higher consciousness if we're willing to do the work. And it is work. It is not easy. Sitting in daily prayer, starting out in the beginning in meditation is hard. Sometimes it's hard for me, and I've been doing it for 61 years. But it's worth it. And that's how we all have to begin. Because what we're really doing in all of this process, even in meditation, and this is important for people to realize, is that we're rewiring our brains. Because for many of us, depending on the choices that we've taken along the way, our brains may not be fully into the frontal lobe, or this part of the brain where we make those conscious decisions from, where we actually shift our consciousness up higher, is all right here. And a lot of times we're still living in that fight and flight reptilian brain that we're born with. And don't get me wrong, it's a great mechanism for us to be safe, and we need it. But we can't live there. Because if we live there, we create all of these chemicals in our body. And I don't know about you all, but during this stressful time of COVID, you know, there's some weight gain, right? Even though we can get out and move around and be freer in that aspect, and we might have more time at home, are we doing more meditation? Are we really? Are we just busy? And when we're thinking, what are we thinking? So what do you think about yourself? Because it starts with you and self-empathy. What are you thinking about yourself? Listen to what you're saying. You know that song, Our Thoughts Are Prayers? Be careful what we're saying, because we're praying those thoughts. Yeah. So what are you saying to yourself about yourself? And doing some of the work. Is it true? Right? So if you go to Byron Katie's work, Martha Creek's work, is it true? Is it kind? Is it loving? Because you really need those loving thoughts about yourself right now more than any other time on this planet that we're faced with in this day and time. I'm sure in the past there's been other times. But loving yourself, being aware of what you're saying to you, about you, being gentle. When we make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. We just have to be conscious of it. Say, I'm sorry, forgive me, or forgive ourselves. That's usually where it lies at, is in that forgiveness work for ourselves. And that's not easy work. It takes a lot of awareness, some honesty, integrity, and being accountable to yourself. So being empathetic can help us accept and process our feelings. Look at that mirror of yourself and say, I love you, and mean it. Because how you respond to yourself typically is how you will react in response to others, whether we mean to or not. At some point, if we don't love ourselves enough, we will react with others in a negative way. And when that happens, because it's going to happen, right? Somebody's going to push our buttons and we're going to react. And at my house, it's usually my husband. God love him. We all do. But it's the truth. I can be very loving and I can be very kind and I can be all of those things. And sometimes I just go, really? Seriously? We're going to do this now? And I kind of feel sorry for him because, it is what it is. But we have to try to understand the other person's point of view, right? We got to understand it. We got to look at it from their shoes. What's their perspective in this? We can't go with our thoughts about it because it's not us. We have to be really empathetic, fully emphasize with them. I'm having trouble with that word today. And that's okay. We have to have an open mind. So we have to let go of those preconceived notions that we've created in ourselves, and about the situation, or about others. Because more than likely, it's not true. Nobody's out to hurt you, really. They're hurting themselves. You're not out to hurt anybody when you make a bad choice. And yet, we have to take care of ourselves so that we can be there for others. Loving others, listening to others. One of the key things that I've learned over the years that I've been practicing nonviolent communications, and especially what I call compassionate communications. So those of you that have worked with me know that I'll talk about it as compassion communications. Because really what we're doing is we're creating a foundation for our relationships with ourselves and our relationship with others. And when we listen compassionately to ourselves or to others, we feel heard and we feel understood. And I know it sounds strange to hear yourself how you feel and have an understanding about yourself, but it's the truth. So the same thing that you would do for someone else, you have to do for yourself. And what is the exchange of messages that we're having? What are you exchanging with yourself? What are you exchanging with others? So we clearly have to listen to what is being said, no matter who's saying it. And sometimes the communication is nonverbal, right? I mean, you know when somebody's not listening to you. They're all like this. Or, you know, when they are listening to you because they're looking at you in the eye. And you feel their heart open to your heart. So really we have to decide to take the time to listen, to do the work. Good listening means listening without trying to second guess yourself or assume you know what someone else is going to say. Compassionate listening is being aware that blaming, criticizing, lecturing, advising, judging, ridiculing are not good listening. None of y'all do that, I know. You don't blame anybody, not even yourself, right? You don't criticize yourself or lecture yourself or others. Respect. Respect where you're at. Be gentle with yourself and with others. Because the more that we demonstrate those good listening skills, the higher in consciousness you will move. And I love this quote. It's by Mark Twain. If we were supposed to talk more than we listen, we would have 2 tongues and 1 ear. So sometimes we have to be quiet. We have to be quiet for ourselves, and we have to be quiet for others. And so when you're quiet, that's when you go into that inner space and ask for divine guidance. And hear that inner voice guiding you. Listen with that understanding and unconditional love. Focus really on what's being heard. What are you hearing? So sometimes when you're working with yourself, you might want to jot down in a journal, wow, this is what I said to myself. How can I change that? How can I transform that? Because that's not the way I want to talk to myself. And when you're working with others, you might want to reflect back to what you heard to make sure that you understood it correctly. Because there is a lot of miscommunication in life. I don't think I'm the only one. But when we actually take time to say, you know, this is what I heard you say, and then they can validate that or not. Because even though we think, sometimes when we think we're listening, and we are actively listening, we might still hear it wrong. And that could be because of different cultures. It could be because of different settings that we've been in, environments that we grew up, so we have different meanings for different words. Even in America. You know, we don't all speak the same English language. I mean, especially generational, right? So make sure we know what we're hearing. Because I had to ask my 9-year-old grandson this week, I'm like, what was that you said? And what does that mean? Because I didn't understand. He was using a word I understood, but not in the context that he was using it. So I had to stop and say, wait a minute. What was that? And what did you mean? And he's like, Nana. And I'm like, okay, Nana's learning. It happens. And so we have to put each other at ease. That's what we had to do. I had to say, look, I'm sorry. I don't understand. And I need to learn this with you, so you have to teach me. So sometimes, remember, the adults have to be taught by the children, and the children have to be taught by the adults, especially around language and words and how we're using them. So listen for the whole picture, not just the words. What is the context? What are they really saying? What am I really saying to myself? You know, one of the biggest things about listening is the ability to link together the pieces of information to reveal what's going on within yourself and within others. So, when you're doing your own work, let go of the distractions and focus on whoever you're talking with, whether it's yourself or someone else. One of the ways that you can do it is that you can join an MVC group, and we're actually going to have one starting on November 3rd, and it's a nonviolent communication group, or I might change it to compassionate communications. MVC is what's out in the world, but from a unity standpoint, it would be compassionate communications. So on November the 3rd, we'll have a group that meets twice a month on the first and the third Tuesdays evenings from 6:30 to 7:30. It's an hour, twice a month. It'll be on Zoom. It'll be with me. I'll be using and I had them downstairs, I meant to bring them up, the Nonviolent Communications book and workbook. And then there's another one called Communication Across America. And I like it too, but I'll just be using some of the exercises out of it. So join us for that. And in the meantime, check in with yourself every day. It's one of the things I was taught early in childhood was before I went to bed every night, check in with me. Where am I at? How am I feeling? What encounters did I have today that I need to forgive myself for, forgive someone else for? What am I grateful for? And that really helped me grow up. And then especially, you know, when I was in college and in business for the first time, and actually every day, even now, I go through my day and I'm like, okay. And that way I can let it all go. And then I can go to sleep. Because if not, the rabbit or the hamster gets on the wheel and I'll be up all day. So what am I feeling in this moment? And what am I requiring? Those are just two questions that you can ask yourself. And having that gratitude journal to write in every day is a wonderful tool to use. Pick a friend who has practiced MVC or is willing to learn and grow without judgment and criticizing. Keep a judgment journal. If you haven't had one of those before, it's pretty good. Especially for self-empathy. You know, what did you guess about other people this week? Celebrate your achievements. Support yourself in the decisions that you made. Write about your feelings and emotions. And then, of course, the main one is to spend that time in the silence for divine guidance. So whether you're joining a group or you're doing it on your own, doesn't really matter. I invite you to continue on the path of seeking that spiritual consciousness with ease and grace. Namaste.
I'm ready. There's a reason for the sunshiny sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season. where those love lights shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling, where your love can't hide the feeling, through the moonlight nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine through, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet night. There's a reason for the candlelight. See the season where those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under its loving embrace. Just feel the thunder, and it's on your face. You can't hold back. Just let your love go like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. It's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine through, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow through your smallest of dreams, and let your love show, and you'll know what I mean. That's the reason. Just let your love grow.
Thank you. And I know everybody was at home dancing, just like you would be if you'd have been here. Everybody been on their feet dancing. Thank you, Dana. Yeah. Woo woo. Love's growing. All right, now it's that time in our service where we get to share that love with each other. And so you can go online to our website, unityoflouisville.org or unityofeastlouisville.org, and you can make a donation. You can also put in a prayer request. I know that we'll be holding them in prayer for 30 days here, and then they go on to Silent Unity where they're held for another 30 days, and we hold it, everyone in that space of wholeness and prosperity. And so now as we do our prosperity proclamation together, I invite you to take your gifts into your hand and to your heart and say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we say, thank you, Spirit. If you want to text to give, the number's 844-996-2710. And just know that all that love goes into everything that we do at Unity of Louisville as a community. One of the things that we have coming up is starting next week, we're starting a new series, and it's to uplift and create new space within us. It's called The Power of Song. So every year we have that metaphysics of music. And this year it's called The Powers of Song. Phil's created a wonderful opportunity for our musicians to take the lead and choose the songs. And then whoever's speaking will create a talk around the music. So that'll be fun. Jerry will be here next week because I'm on vacation. I'm going to Texas. And Colette Delaney Mattingly will be here as the lead musician. All right. Halloween, trick or treat, trunk or treat, 4:30 at Unity of East Louisville. You can sign up online to decorate your trunk and hand out treats. I suggest that when you're putting treats in, you put them in a bag, pre-bag them, use gloves. I'm bringing a little table to set outside my trunk, and I'm just going to put the treats on with gloves, and the kids can come by and snatch them as they run around. So one of the reasons why we asked you to sign up either to be a participant to give out candy, or if you want to also or have little ones that you want to bring, that way we know how many spaces we have. And we have a lot. They have a lot of parking. There's 3 different levels of parking there, so we can bring lots of people and have lots of fun. So trunk or treat, the 31st, 4:30 at Unity of East Louisville. And then November the 3rd, we're starting the Nonviolent Communications Study Group, 6:30 to 7:30 online. And you won't find that to register until later in this week. Sabrina will probably have it up on Tuesday. Trying to think, there was something else, but that's good. All right, for our prayer for protection, then our peace song. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me.
Namaste, y'all.